The purple line is the expectation of a flattish behavior for the next 40 days on Bitcoin because of this similarities analysis. So this method takes the last period as a reference. Here you have the last 220 days on Bitcoin in red and looks in the past to find some similar pattern to have some indication on the future. So this is a long-term view. I focus on the next 6 months to 1 year, 1 year and a half, and I asked for the 4 best fitted curve in the past. Here in this window, you have the statistical analysis of these 4 curves, with in green the average and in blue the deciles that gives us a probability cone. So on long-term analysis, I don't use that much this window. We only have 4 curves, so we have to read a lot between the curves. Analysis is quite different from last week. I usually do it monthly, but as I'm trying different format of videos, I'm doing again a monthly analysis. Okay, so June 23, here we have the June 23. It's not nicely fitted, but technically okay because we have an upward trend here and then downward correction here in blue and in red, and then an up movement, little up movement in red and another one in blue. So it's technically okay. Volatility is quite similar, a bit lower, but quite similar. Volatility means indecision, and we can see that we don't have any breakout here. So we just have a slow downtrend and breakdown here, but I think it's referring to the quite quick up movement here in response to that movement. So I would not count on it, but just a downward sloping, slow downward sloping in case of we have a lot of volatility. So let's pass to April 2017. Okay, this one is not really nicely fitted either. The correction here is a lot smaller than the red one, and short-term volatility here is a lot smaller. But we can see that it breaks quickly above the resistance here, and we have a 150%. All right, let's pass to the February 2016. So it was quite well fitted some week ago, not much so anymore. Technicals are still valid with a nice uptrend here, even though there's a miss here and a miss here, but quite similar correction here with down movement in red, down movement in blue, a base here, up movement in red, up movement in blue, and yeah, it's quite similar. So the result is that lower volatility here, we can see that, and it gives us a upward sloping, slowly upward sloping, breaks up above this resistance and then breaks up above the higher resistance here and directly goes up 80%. Then November 2020, where we have a quite bad fit. Technicals are weak because the shape of the curve is not really the same here. In red, we have a downward movement here, and here we don't have that same type of movement, but we can see that the volatility is still a lot smaller, lower than the red one, and we have a slow move up after a break and 250%. So I can see 3 different options here. For sure, if we have a break up, in that case, it can go 150 up to 250%. But I think we are more in that case of high volatility. So it would give, if we don't have a breakup, a slow downtrend, all right? Or if we have, in that case, low volatility but little upward movement, it can construct from that to have a future breakup in like 40 days. So I'm still on this first option of high volatility, high short-term volatility, and a little downward movement.